So with this extraction process, we're gonna use carpet shampoo. We have this in our extractor, and this is made by Mere Finished Products. So I'm gonna start off on the back right here. This is gonna be a quick extraction, so we're just gonna, without drill brushing, we're just gonna extract and remove any dirt, anything that's on top of the carpet real quick. Start off by getting a little bit of spray. We already pre-treated this carpet. What I mean by saying that is that we already drill brushed it, we already sprayed it, so it's ready to get extracted. So all we gotta do now is just extract it and get it done with.
Now, JC, is this included in the package? Is this an upsell? What is this?
This was an upsell, so from our package, they got a premium package and they included a full interior service, including steam cleaning and extraction.
And did you always have an extraction, or did you use a different method before investing into this?
My first investment was my extractor. So from the get-go, I knew that I loved doing interiors, so that was my first investment right there, was getting the extractor.
And roughly, how much did it cost you, man?
I bought my extractor for roughly about $1,300.
Gee, so it's an investment.
Yeah, so that was my biggest investment when I first got started. But it definitely helped me out, and then it made the job easier for me, and it definitely took my work skill to another level.
Now, for new detailers out there that don't have that much money yet, do you think they should wait, or do you think they should use a different method? What do you think?
For anybody that don't have the money, I started off with a spot remover, one of those little Vissel extractors. So I started off with a $100 extractor. I did my first 2 interior jobs and made half the money to buy the new extractor.
Now, based on your experience, JC, do you think a new detailer should go used or new when investing into equipment?
I think my advice is if you're a new detailer and you're spending over $1,000 on equipment, brand new, I mean, if you don't have the money, you could definitely buy something used, but I strongly suggest you buy a new one so that way you don't have to keep rebuying the equipment.
And new stuff comes with warranty?
Yeah, so everything that I buy, I make sure that the warranty is good for at least a couple years. Another thing that I buy is when I buy new tools, I always make sure to that they have a no policy, like a return policy, where if I don't like it, I could return it. Just in case I don't like that type of equipment, I could always return it. All right, guys, one thing that I'm looking for is a new steamer. If you have any recommendations, please drop them down in the comments down below.
Now, JC, why do you need a new steamer? What's going on with the one you have?
I have a steamer. The steamer that I have right now works great, but the only thing is that I need an upgrade. It's time for an upgrade.
Is it too small? It doesn't do a good enough job? What would you say?
It's a small steamer, so when I'm doing a job on the interior, I will have to refill at least twice. So it's a little bit of hassle in the long run. I mean, it don't take much time to refill, but if I could not refill throughout the whole detail, that would be perfect for me. So if you know anything, drop it down in the comments.
Now, JC, something you mentioned was this car had pet hairs.
Yep.
I'm not really that experienced, but you can extract the pet hairs at the same time as you're doing this, or do you have to do it separately?
We knocked out all the pet hair. We removed all the pet hair, so that way when we moved on to the extraction part, it's an easy process for the extraction. All pet hair already got removed completely, so that we don't have to worry about that. That was the first thing we did when we first started this vehicle.
So you can't extract with pet hair?
I mean, you can, but the pet hair sticks to the carpet, so I mean, I wouldn't recommend it. It's not gonna be an easy process doing it like this.
I would like to know how you communicate your extraction package to customers, because I know not every customer knows what extraction does, right?
Yeah.
So how do you explain it to them?
When we first arrive on location, I have to look at the vehicle and then I recommend what's best for the customer. So if I notice that they have a bunch of stains on carpet or all fabric areas, that's when I'll go in and recommend the extraction process, where it means that we're gonna be doing a full interior cleaning, and it's a deep cleaning, not just your standard detail.
When a car has a lot of stains, do you guarantee 100% removal?
Whenever a vehicle is in bad shape, we never guarantee 100% removal. We always let them know what's gonna be the outcome. From our experience, what we think is gonna be best for that vehicle at the end of the service. But yes, don't tell them you're gonna take off all stains and then you're gonna run into a couple stains that don't come off, and then when it's time to return the vehicle, you're gonna have to be hiding out from that.
Hey, I heard like wine or oil, it's really hard to remove.
Yeah, red color stains are no joke. Those are the hardest ones to remove. Whenever we see any type of red stains on vehicle, we let the client know straight off the bat that that's not coming off. So that way they don't be expecting it at the end of the detail.
All right, JC, so everybody has that first extraction story, man.
Okay.
Do you remember your first extraction job?
My first extraction job that I could remember was a light interior, and I kept wetting the surface of the cloth, and it looked clean. I returned the vehicle to the customer, and he hit me up a couple hours later talking about all the stains came back. So that was not a good experience for me.
For details that don't know that, haven't experienced that,
Okay.
what happened?
I mean, once the seats have a lot of buildup of that grime inside the fabric, it's kind of hard for you to remove it just with one extraction. You got to do multiple passes, and you definitely got to dry the surface before you return the vehicle, so that way you could avoid any staining or any wicketing coming up on the surface.
What's your best tip to dry after
Okay.
an extraction job?
There's different ways. Having a heated extractor helps out. It helps out the process a little bit more, but also applying some fans and getting it to speed up the process a little bit.
And when you're done with extraction, what do you tell the customer? Hey, leave your windows down for 3 hours, let it sit overnight.
Okay. So in this case right now, we are gonna crack the windows just a little bit so that way the windows don't get fogged up. This process is gonna be completely dried up within an hour to an hour and a half after we leave location. So by the time the client comes back home, his vehicle should be completely dry without any fans or any extra help. All right, guys, but let me know how you guys do your extraction process. Drop it down in the comments down below. All right, guys, I wanna know, how do you go about removing this pet hair? Drop it down in the comments down below.
How do you do it?
So first, I'm gonna show you guys my process. First, we start off by blowing everything out the way, blowing most of the hair out the way. Once we get most of the hair blown off, we come through with our drill brush to remove the remaining part of the hair that's still on here. And then at the end of the process, we just blow and drill brush. And that's how we do it. How do you do it? So this is how you do my extraction process. If you guys have any questions, drop it down in the comments down below. And make sure to follow for more detailing content.